Welcome to this week's Canadian Whitetail Scouting segment. Locate, learn, set up, hunt. Brought to you by Muddy Outdoors.
Well, I'm not sure if this week's segment is a tip, advice, or maybe just a rant. But regardless, as a whole, as deer hunters, we need to just stop. We need to stop worrying about what the hunter across the fence shoots, what the hunter across the fence is doing, or what a hunter sharing the same property is doing, and have some respect for the other hunters out there. These deer are wonderful, incredible animals, and we don't own them. Nobody owns them. That's why they're called wild animals. That's why we love to hunt them, and that's why we admire them so much. When we're busy worrying about what everybody else is doing, that causes stress, and stress is not good for you. Stress isn't fun. Deer hunting is supposed to be fun. Nothing's ever perfect, so absolutely does it suck if you've put years of your life into patterning, tracking, and hunting a specific buck, and somebody else comes along that maybe didn't put as much work in or did put as much work in and shoots a deer. Of course that doesn't feel good, but good for him. He's only looking for the same experience that you are, and this time he got it. Next time it might be your turn. These deer don't recognize property lines. They don't recognize who's put in more time. They don't recognize who really deserves that deer. Rather than worrying about everybody else's experience and what they're doing, taking that time and effort and worrying about your own experience is only going to increase your enjoyment in the field. It's going to increase the quality of your time in the field. And one sure way to put a mar on the face of deer hunting and to continue to make it less acceptable is to continue with the bickering and the complaining about somebody shot my deer or somebody shot a deer that they didn't deserve. And that's not to say that if you see something unethical or illegal that you shouldn't say something. Of course you should. You should report it. You should say something and protect the wildlife in the areas that we hunt. But it's wildlife. I don't own those deer. Nobody owns the deer. They're there for everyone to enjoy. They're an incredible resource. And it's a resource that I hope is there for many years to come. I hope it's there for my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren to enjoy as well. In the end, I guess it is kind of a tip and a little bit of advice, because we've found it firsthand. The more time that we spend being happy for other hunters in the area when they're successful, the more time we spend worrying about the quality of our time in the field, the better our results have gotten.
This week's Canadian Whitetail Scouting segment has been brought to you by Muddy Outdoors. Share your own muddy moment.